welcome to another episode of Aries TV 33 through the Zodiac. So I have a little bit more energy. The night has come, the moon has risen in the skies, and now I'm lit. So, Capricorn, the next time we're talking about. Capricorn starts from December 22nd to January 20th. It is an earth sign. The planet that represents it is Saturn. The color that's associated with the sign of Capricorn is the color black, as is the color associated with the planet Saturn. So let's see. Capricorns have amazing ambitions. They're really disciplined. They're really driven, being earth signs. Just like their sister signs, Taurus and Virgo, Capricorns value their life and see their life as a reflection of their material assets. But unlike other signs, Capricorn have a really strong, driven sensibility and commitment to their life goals. So being ruled by the planet Saturn, Saturn is the disciplinary planet. It's a planet of structure, of, basically structure, schedules, things of this nature. They plan out all the steps to reach their goals. They're reliable and educated. They have great organization skills and also are often neat freaks. I have lived with a few Capricorns in my time. They are pretty critical when it comes to like cleanliness in their areas. They will like vacuum a floor that was vacuumed already because like there's like 3 crumbs on the floor, or just like over mop a spot multiple times to where it smells like fabuloso, and it's fabulous. So, okay, they respect authority figures, which also Saturn is like the planet of the architectural idea of the father. That's what Saturn represents. So they do have a lot of respect for authority figures. Also Saturn rules like courthouses and stuff like that, so this makes sense. They have a strong sense and purpose and direction, and they have a really strong work ethic. They might usually, like when you meet a Capricorn, you're like, what's wrong with this person? This person has an attitude problem. But Capricorns kind of like walk around with like this like mean Scorpio-ish kind of like vibe sometimes, like because they have to put on like this straight face to try to like feel people out. Like they want to just like come at you like, you know how you say first impressions like are everything? Like Capricorn's first impressions, they're not the true self. They're usually just like how they want you to see them, or just to see how your reaction will be based off of them being like stone cold Steve Austin. So let's see. So they do seem reserved and bland, but once you get to know them, they can be quite funny. They can be quite giving, very fun people to be around. But even so, like the Capricorns in group settings, which I have a moon in Capricorn, so all this stuff is starting to make sense. Like in group settings, with me being Sun and Rising Sag, like I should be more outgoing and more fun and stuff like that. Like I'll go to an event where there's like 1 million people and talk to like 3 people in the whole place, and just like chill with my 3 and just be super like, super secluded or whatever. And that's like kind of like a Capricorn trait. So, but like I said, so they can be very drawn back and very secretive or whatever, or very kind of standoffish when you first meet them. But once you get to know them, they're pretty outgoing people. They're very hardworking. So I'm going to go through some positive traits about Capricorns, negative traits, likes and dislikes. So positive traits are they're very practical, ambitious, and disciplined. They're patient and careful. They're onerous and reserved. The bad side, the negative side, they often hold grudges for a very, very long time. They're completely miserable when they're really sad, and they're pessimistic. So Capricorns are the kind of people that like you can be telling them like your dreams and your ambitions, and they'll be like, oh really? Well, and shoot you down like 5 different times because they can't identify with that ideology or that you have or whatever, and they just can't relate. So they just come off with like all these different vibes as far as that goes. Let's see, their likes, they like simple food. So like a Capricorn is the kind of person who's like gonna eat something that's like really like bland. They don't need all the extra like seasoning and stuff. And also Capricorn is represented by the goat. So the goat is like on the top of the hill, like a billy goat, eating just whatever simple stuff they can get their mouth on, just eating it up, just eating stuff. No flavor, no nothing, just eating it. It's just what the people like. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so simple foods, they like antiques. Like Capricorn are the kind of people that could be like, oh, I found this and I just got it. Or like, you know, I've seen this freaking, this old bike and it wasn't completely rusted and the dude sold it for $10, so I just bought it. I thought you might need it. Like, they like stuff like that, antiques. They like good deals. They like bargains. They like kind of being a little bit, you know, sticky fingers sometimes from time to time, but they like antiques in general. They like history, things that are attached to history. They love taking responsibility and feeling responsible and feeling like that they are doing their part, whether it be a father or a job position or an attorney or whatever. They love feeling responsible. They love unconditional love. Like, if you love with a condition and you can't get over all their flaws, it's going to be really hard to love a Capricorn, because they're not going to love the fact that you don't 100% love them. Like, in order to thrive in life, they need somebody, like if it's a man, they need the woman in their life to play the woman position well. And if it's a woman, she needs the man in her life to play the man position well and love them unconditionally while doing so. And if you can't do that, then like I said, it's going to be really difficult, like having a relationship with a Capricorn, because even though they are well structured and stuff, they need a lot of sympathetic attention. They need a lot of love. They need to be petted a lot, like a dog or something. Like, they need to be petted like an animal, you know, because they're a billy goat. Shout out to all my caps. Billy Goat gang. Just kidding. I'm just saying stupid, crazy stuff. I'm just being silly. Okay. So anyways, they like their privacy. They can be very kind of sneaky and secretive at times, and they love their family. Okay, dislikes. They don't like untidiness. They don't like disorder. They don't like being teased. Like, don't bully the Capricorn in the family, like at the family event, because they're gonna break down all the way and just do some ignorant shit, just on some, like, you know, just doing some silly shit just to like get people pissed off. And that's where the thing of holding grudges comes. So if you're talking about your cousin who's a Cap at the party, he's gonna be pissed off and he's gonna do something to get you back. Don't be surprised if you go to your bed and then you wake up with boo-boo on your face because you fucked with the Capricorn the wrong way and they don't like it. And they hold grudges and they can be quite miserable at times. So you don't want to do anything to piss a Capricorn off to where they would have to get back at you. Okay. Anyways, they don't like familiarity. Like, they like to change their sceneries a lot. Like, they might jump from group to group. Like, even being a loner, like, they can be a loner and be just by themselves all the time, but every few months, Billy's his friend and David and Sam. And then next 3 months, Jose, Cuervo, and Papi Chulo are his friends. And then he hanging with Tyrone and all them niggas over there, you know what I mean? So it just varies. Like, they're still loners, but they don't like familiarity, so they can change their groups, their living spaces, their like sceneries a lot, with still keeping structure at the same time, because they do like structure and they need stability and structure in their lives to thrive, being an earth sign. Also, they don't like surprises. Like, say for instance, here's a surprise they probably wouldn't like, you know, they go out to work, I don't know, overseas or something, they come home and you have like a baby and a boyfriend, and they're like, what the fuck? This is not a surprise I wanted to see. So it's like, oh, okay, well, don't worry about it. So, also, they don't like being lonely, and they don't like feeling useless. So, and they don't like public embarrassment. So, once again, that goes back to being teased, public embarrassment, you know, being useless. You know, they just don't like that. They like to feel like loved. So don't be like on your Capricorn person like really hard, like, oh, you're so stupid, you don't know how to do this and you don't know how to do that, because it's just really going to frustrate them. They really need a lot of encouragement and love to thrive and survive in this rough society. Okay, so other than that, we've went over everything. Okay, they are driven. Okay, they're so driven that while in the pursuit of their goals, this is another thing that should be known too, because like even in the midst of family life or something, you can have a Capricorn in your family and they can feel quite detached. So they're so driven that while in pursuit of their goals, they will disregard family, friends, and even their own emotions. Like, they will straight up, like, you know, even if somebody, he's a Capricorn, he really loves you, but he has to finish this assignment in order to graduate, like, valedictorian of his class, trust and believe you're not going to hear from him for about 2 or 3 weeks, not even a hello text, because, and then when you complain about it, he's going to be like, you don't even know what I was doing, like, I was working hard towards blah, 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 for the sake of blah, 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 blah. So that pretty much sums up my Capricorn video. I appreciate you guys for watching me. This is Aries TV 33, and subscribe to my channel. What else? Subscribe to my channel, which is Aries TV 33. Also subscribe to my Twitter at MARL33 and my Instagram MARL33 NISTA. Wait, I messed up. MARL33 NADINE Marley Nadine Insta. So I love you guys. Enjoy your night and good luck with the new year. Goodbye.